Now Ted goes up north to some other place. He goes with,
Doesn't he go to Knoebels?
no.
With the Groffs.
Yeah, now she's in bad shape. Nancy's mom, she fell and broke a hip.
Oh, okay.
Ruth's a good friend. Mother fell about 2 weeks ago. Now she died.
Okay.
She got pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
They can't, you gotta move around. I
Yeah.
thought they would have a respirator, just make the chest work. See, it don't.
She was 95.
Yeah.
And, she was in a wheelchair,
Mm-hmm.
and they told them that she probably won't live for another year because 9 chances out of 10 she'll get pneumonia
Mm-hmm.
because she's not active.
Mm-hmm. And congestive heart
Yeah.
failure and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah,
And she was just a little lady. She was lucky if she was 85 pounds.
Yeah.
She was just a little.
and Kitty, she has both legs off. She's diabetic.
Kitty who?
Her, this
My
lady's,
friend.
Oh,
Kitty,
okay.
was her mother.
she lives alone with herself.
Does she have an attendant? No, she just takes care of herself without her.
Now, she was in the hospital from Christmas.
3 months.
3 months. Can you imagine what that bill would have been?
Hmm.
She had a stroke.
She had a slight stroke, yeah.
Well, they couldn't send her home. There was nobody to take care of her.
Yeah. And then she had
Therapy.
deteriorating discs in the back of her neck. So they said, well, they had her in the hospital, they're going to fix that because she couldn't use her arms and she's on a wheelchair. So she couldn't even hardly get around. So they fixed that for her. Now she's doing really well.
Yeah.
And then she went back to Pleasant View for a couple of weeks for therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But then I asked her last night when I talked to her if she's walking, and she said no. She said, I can't. So she's in a wheelchair all the time. Well, she has a scooter.
Yeah.
She has 2.
She goes uptown, she goes to the market and gets groceries.
And where does she live?
She lives
Right
in a
across
low
from where
income,
the old post office was in
Prince and
Lancaster.
Walnut.
Lancaster.
Oh, okay. She in the high rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, right across from Aunt Annie's. That's their office now.
I heard.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah.
How's John doing?
Pretty good. Going slow, but he don't say much, you know. I think the radiation or whatever, they worked on the prostate.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I hadn't seen his son John until we were at, and I told him, you don't have any more hair than I do.
Have you seen Forney lately? Forney Longenecker.
Maybe half a year ago. I see the daughter every other Sunday.
Does she go to your church?
Yeah, she's
Oh.
a nice lady.
Yeah.
Now I looked at the book. What's her husband's last name?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Forney told me before. Their granddaughter, that Mary Kay's daughter's getting married. When?
I don't know. I said something to her. I said, I heard you have a daughter getting married. She said, yeah, sometime. So I don't think there's a date.
She played the
She
piano, but I didn't see her lately. Well, they change off.
Does Forney still live on a farm?
Same place.
Yeah. Is his wife still in good health?
Yeah.
Kitty. Her name's
Kitty.
Kitty.
Yeah, they had a, 50th anniversary party a couple of years ago. Was that
Yeah.
2 years ago? We were that.
Okay. Whatever made you go with him and do this farmers union stuff back in the day?
Well, did you know we met in high school
Yeah.
in track, and Ron, and he always forgot. Guy cheated. He was ahead of me, and then I was right behind him, and we run the mile, and we run 4. What the guy did, he stood over here and waited till we run 2. Then the last, he run out. He beat us. He cheated.
And nobody saw him do it?
Well, it was 4 high schools there, you know
Yeah.
how it is in a little space.
Yeah.
And Forney really wanted. I laugh. 20 years later, the guy was a barber, and he told about how, and Forney didn't tell him that this was the guy that, so he never got his hair cut. We were at, how we got started again, we were after the farm show. And he came, and I saw him, and we started talking. And see, how I met him, I was in Peter Strasburg's Young Farmers when I was going on the GI Bill, and he was in Rothville, Warwick. Well, I guess it was Mannheim, because Warwick didn't have. And then we got to go on to, we had Young Farmers Group, and that's how I met him, and we got in that. And then they put in Farmers Outstanding Young Farmers, and I won in this area, I don't know, eastern of Pennsylvania. And George, you don't remember
George Myers.
do you?
Yeah. With the pith helmet.
Yeah. He died and his wife died. When I went to the viewing, she didn't remember me. But she...
So what happened then that you reconnected with Forney after that? And how did he get into this farmers union thing?
Well, he's the one that got me in the farmers union.
Oh, okay. Did he start it?
No, but he was big in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we got out of high school and started farming. See, I didn't see him for 4 or 5 years because I was in the service 4 years. But I had met him in high school.
So what was the purpose of Farmers Union when you were going around recruiting?
To get better prices and stuff like that.
Was it to make like a co-op, like a chamber of commerce, and then negotiate all of you together?
Well, the big one would try to negotiate with co-ops, better milk price and stuff like that. That's what it was for. And I went to South Dakota one time with him, and in Illinois. Then we went around here.
Did you get any recruits? Did anybody join?
Yeah. Grant Kiefer was one. A Hershey over at Millinger's Mennonite. We got a few.
And did they negotiate then and get better prices on
Well,
milk?
you try.
Yeah. You were creating a little lobby group.
Tried to get, well, see, the president of Farmers Union and things like that would go to Washington, meet with Senator, try to get it when they made the farm bill.
Oh, okay.
Now it's all politics.
Well, okay.
The earmarks,
Yeah.
that's what it is. All these things get added, and you wonder why your representative voted for it, but he voted for it, and then after they had already voted, and then when it goes through, then they add the earmarks on, and there's no vote at all. That's how it's all done.
Okay.
All this is added on.
And then it would go to the president to veto it or not after that.
Or sign it.
Yeah. And are they still in existence? Is Forney still involved with it?
I don't know. You have to be an active farmer.
Oh, okay. Well, he still lives on his farm.
Yeah, he don't farm it.
Yeah.
Maybe the Amish guy across the street.
Yeah,
Road
maybe.
farms.
See, he's right next to the stone quarry there.
Okay.
Roars.
Mhm.
Well, that's where he got started. He sold 7 acres for $7,000 an acre way back then, and that really,
Mhm.
yeah, he's sitting on a gold mine now, you know, they'll buy it if it ever comes up.
Mhm.
It's an expanded operation.
What do they spend their time doing? Do they have lots of grandkids?
I believe,
I don't know, how many children do they have?
4. 1 boy and 3 girls. There's a girl your age. She was a renegade. What was her name? Not Kathy.
I don't remember. I remember that they had 4 kids, but I don't remember their names.
Well, she come way on behind, and I was there one time, and I said, "Who are you babysitting for?" She was just a little one, about like Sonia. And she said, "That's mine." She came, and she's the only one that went to college. She lived with somebody, you know, and that.
Well, wasn't there one that worked at Longwood Gardens, being a horticulturalist?
That was her while she
Okay.
was going to school.
Okay.
I forget the boy's name.
Mhm.
He had, I forget how many operations. He had a bathtub. Now he's fine.
What did he have?
Something was wrong with his stomach because.
Oh.
That was from little on up though.
Oh yeah, he was down at John Hopkins and all around.
Mhm.
Now his wife is bossy.
Is she?
Oh, Forney says, "I don't know." Mary Kane is just like she is a nice girl.
Yeah.
She's
But you're
very
saying.
quiet.
Oh, okay.
She's very quiet.
Be right back.
All right.
Can I go along?
No, I'm just going to car around.
Oh.
Go for a tour of the garage. Well,
Her husband ushers at Ruth's church.
oh, okay.
And we looked into, I just can't think of his last name.
I'm thinking it starts with a W, but I don't know.
Do the kids all live around here, or did they fly the coop?
That girl that went to school, I don't know where, she finally come there, I don't know where she goes. It was Mary Kay, and I can't think of the boy's name.
Well, there's one that isn't married, is there? A girl.
I have no idea. Well, we met them all at
At the 50th wedding thing.
he had it at Farm and Home.
Okay.
Did you remember Vince Becker? Now, he lives down close to, he was younger than we were. We went down, when him and I went to the convention for Farmers Union to Richmond, Virginia.
Mhm.
He wasn't married then. We were at a table and he got to drinking wine. I laughed. We were there a couple hours, you know, and when he went to get up, he couldn't get up. So I had to
Assist him.
So when we come home, we couldn't get in. It snowed while we were away. I don't know who. I guess John and somebody was, I forget who was helping. Yeah, I met a lot.
How many years were you in Farmers Union?
Oh, quite a few. 20.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we had 2 conventions here, national here at the Host. They all like it. That was the nicest place they were ever at. Things. Then I have my big blue cowboy hat that we all the people that were tour guides took them through Newhall Machine Company.
Okay.
What else?